Hello, good afternoon. For today, I will be sharing with you how to make mafrum. It's a recipe from Libya, and in translation, it's called stuffed vegetables in red sauce. I know the name of the recipe can be very deceiving, especially for people who does not like vegetables, but let me change your mind about vegetables because I actually don't like vegetables too, but when I made this, it tasted so good, especially with the little meatball that we're gonna make with the vegetable. So let me tell you this. There's 3 options for the vegetables that you will need. There's potatoes, eggplant, and cauliflower. And in my case, I chose to go with potatoes because I already have it in my kitchen and you only need 2 medium potatoes. But with cauliflower, you actually just need 1 of the little bush cauliflowers. And for the eggplant, you will need just 1 eggplant, okay? But since I am not really making a lot and the servings of the one that I found online, it actually servings about 15 to 20. So since I'm not making that much, I'm only going to go with the potatoes and it actually tastes good. So before we start, I actually put this headband on. When I'm cooking, I don't really like my hair getting stuck to my face or going near the ones that I'm cooking or anything. So this is my little cute headband. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Maybe you like it too. So now let's get on to the first step. So right here, I have my potatoes, my peeler, and my knife. Also, don't forget the chopping board. This is for my vegetables only. I have separate ones for the meat, okay? So right now, I will just peel the potatoes, cut it into little circles like this. I will show you afterwards, and that will be the first step. Hi, so I'm back after like 5 minutes or so. So right now, potatoes are they're already washed, they're already fresh, they're looking good. After we cut them, your next step is to actually get a pan or anything to put water in okay, I just want the salt to dissolve before I put my potatoes. So this is how I usually cook my potatoes. I don't put the potatoes first and then put the salt just because I feel like it gets stuck to the potatoes and it's so salty if you don't stir it. I don't want to stir it as much because I feel like they get mushy a little bit, especially if you don't play with how medium, low, or high your fire is or whatever you might be using. So yeah, so right now I'm just waiting for like 3 minutes for the water to boil up a little bit, and then we put our potatoes, and then we will wait 30 minutes for just maybe 20 to 30 minutes for the potatoes to soften up a little, so then we can put the meatball in between the potatoes, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a little bit. There again, it's me. I'm back again. So now it is actually roughly about to be 30 minutes. I didn't take a video of it, but I did actually took out the potatoes out from the heat because it's already soft, not hard, just the right softness and texture I want my potatoes to be, so it's very good. So, and while I was doing and waiting for the 30 minutes to eat my meatloaf, right here I have the ground beef. You can actually have ground lamb too, but I wanted to do ground beef because I was used to it. And right here on the side I have onions, 1 egg, cumin, 2 garlic cloves, and instead of baharat spice, I actually just chose to substitute paprika because I couldn't find it. I have breadcrumbs right here, and I have a not so fresh parsley. You cannot have fresh parsley. It's okay. It's your choice, okay? So now I'm just gonna mix it all up together and wait about roughly 10 minutes just to marinate it so all the taste is all in the meat for later. Back once again. So now this is what we have going on, okay? I will explain it to you one. So this bowl, we have the beef with the onions, garlic cloves, cumin, paprika, and everything. So this is what we're making for the meatball. This is what we have to coat the meatball with the potatoes. It's right here. It's dried. It's so soft right now, the right texture. And right here we have the oil. I'm just letting it heat up a little bit. So once I put this, I'm going to explain this two things right here for you to understand. Right here is what it looks like after I put the meatball, the potatoes on top of each other with the coat. This is what the coat looked like. So for this, we have the tomato puree, we have flour, we have salt, and we have 1 egg, and then you just mix it, and then it turns into a beautiful orangey reddish color, okay? So this is what I was talking about of what I meant by having the vegetable right here and the meat there. Easy. And then once after I am done putting everything, I might have around, let's say, around 10 servings of this, and then after that we will fry it and I will show you what it looks like. So ladies and gentlemen, after frying it, it looks so good. And when you touch, okay, I actually touched one of them because I ate. So soft, crunchy on the outside. The meatball tasted very, very good. Potatoes not bland because of the meat and because we added the salt. So for this next step, since we finished frying our little veggie with the meatball, we are now making the red special sauce that goes with it. And just wait and see how we do it. So the first step for making our sauce is basically a pan with the oil and 2 onions, diced or minced or whatever you might choose. What I did with mine is I just cubed it. There you go. I'm just letting it fry a little bit. You can see that the smoke is coming out. That means the taste of it is simmering in there. I'm gonna let it be roasted for a little bit more. Turn it into a little bit golden yellowish a bit more. And after, add some seasonings. So now the sauce is actually, we added some tomato puree. I added some spiced chili. I added some paprika inside spice. I added cloves. I added salt and pepper. I added a little bit of pinch of cumin. It says on the recipe that I can add sugar, but I really want mine to taste a little bit soury and chili, so I'm not gonna do that. So that's all I have right now, but we're gonna add a little bit of water, so the tomato and the seasonings and all of that will give it a little bit more taste. So here's a little again of the sauce. We're gonna give it a little bit of a minute or so before I add the 2 to 3 cups of water. We will add the fried stuffed veggies, and you'll see the after piece. I forgot to add the water because I only showed you what it looks like before adding the water. Now I kind of just want to have you what it looks like with this is only a cup and a half of water. Look how good that looks. So red. Look at all that. I'm just letting it stuff all the seasonings and onions and everything that I just have put in will give it a little bit more of a taste. And after a minute or so, I will add the vegetables and meat. Thank you. As I have mentioned, I'm going to show you guys now. So right now, it's boiling way too much because my heat is actually on almost too high. So yeah, this is all the stuffed veggies with the red sauce. Look at it, it's really good. Spicy too for my liking. And since I don't eat a lot of vegetables, I think this is really healthy for you. Something to spice up your meal. So now there's 2 ways of cooking this, because right now I'm heating it or like cooking it into a pan, right? Traditionally, that's how you would do it. You would wait for like 30 minutes or an hour for the stuffed vegetables to literally suck in the sauce a little bit, so it's not as dewy like that or like soupy style. And other way, this modern type is basically putting everything into a hot pan or something, and then you put it in the oven, and that's how you get your mafrum. Thank you. This is what it looks like afterwards. Yeah, see, I only have a little bit of the red soup, be cut red sauce or soup or whatever you may call it for about an hour or so because I really wanted the meat and potatoes to suck in the sauce of it. So once you take a bite, you could really taste the onions, the cumin, the cloves, every seasonings that I wanted to put in there. It's there, and even the substitute one, it's very good. My mom loved it, my brother loved it, especially my dad, because he's a meat lover. So adding the meatball was really good. This is not the traditional way. Some people would actually go for meat lamb, so it would taste a little bit differently, and you would put a little bit of there's a little different seasonings for that because like you need to really match it with your meat. But with mine, it really tasted very good. I hope you guys can taste it too and try it at your own house. Thank you.